here we are. So now we just finished up paying Silver State Electrical previously up here. So then let's go ahead and see what happened next, right? We wrote our check, did our ledger, did our subsidiary ledger. Did we do our subsidiary ledger for Silver State? Yes, we did. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. It says right here that Albert submits another order for Super A Market, right? Sales order number 103. This is what Super A wants. They want 50 pounds of regular coffee, 45 pounds of Supreme coffee, and 25 ceramic coffee mugs. And we're going to charge them $30 this time. This person, we're going to let them get it, taking advantage of a 1% discount if they pay within 10 days. If not, they have 20 days to pay. So in this case, right, they are going to owe $498.80. So what do we do with this transaction?
We don't need to post it, but we need to update the sales order.
Yep, we're going to put this into our sales order. Okay, because we have another order. Today is the 19th. Sales order 103. To whom are we going to be setting up the sales order for?
Super A Market.
Okay. Right, we're going to sell them some coffee, some mugs, and delivery charge them. So let's see how much of each one we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's see. We're going to do 50 pounds of regular, 45 pounds of Supreme, 25 ceramic coffee mugs. So 50, 45, and 25, and one delivery fee. So in this case, let's run my formula in here just to ensure that the calculations are correct. Okay, equal sum. To $498.80, which is correct. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm done with them until I'm delivered to them, and they can cancel at any given time. So in this case, yes. So there we go. We submitted Super A Market's order, and then now we have our grand opening sales. Okay, so once again, this is what we sold in stores. We got a 20% discount. All right, we sold a total of 86 medium regular coffees, 90 large regular coffees, 90 medium Supreme coffees, and 87 large Supreme coffees with 10 coffee mugs. Okay, here give us a grand total of $1,037.87. Right, and then we got tax $68.50, giving us a grand total of cash sales to be $898.80. So once again, this is where we're going to deposit all the cash to the bank. All right, so how should I journalize this transaction?
just like a day before, we have checking and sales discount for debit. And we have 5 different sales of coffees and then mug and then sales tax payable for credit.
Okay. So how much money did I collect?
It's 898.80 that we made for checking deposit.
Okay.
Our sales discount was $207.57. And then for credit, we have a medium regular coffee, 171.14. A large coffee, 269.10. And then next to medium is 224.10. And next to large is 303.63. And then mag was 69.90. And sales tax was 68.50.
Okay, so I got a total of 1106.37 on the left to a total of 1106.37 on the right. So in this case, our journal is correct. No typos. Okay.
And now we go to the general ledger.
Okay.
And then for the asset, we have checking, 898.80.
How much should you have in your checking account?
1156.96.
Good. Okay. Next.
And then next is sales discount. $207.57.
Giving you a grand total of $566.28.
And then sale of the medium is 86 cup. and it's journal 8, and then total 17114. So credit total is 489.54.
Good.
And then for the large regular coffee, it's a 90 cup.
Okay.
And it's on page 8. And credit to 69.10. And then total is 714.61.
714.61. Good.
And then Supreme medium cup, we had a 90. It's page 8. And then it's credit of 224 and 10 cents. And total is now 437. Nope, I have it wrong. Haha. $632.46.
Six. Yep. 36. 32.46. Excellent.
And then for the large Supreme coffee cup, we have 87. And it's page 8. And it's $303.63 in credit, and then total is now 882.97.
882.97. Good.
Yes. And then we have a ceramic coffee mug sale. And then we sold 10. And for page 8, we said $69.90. And then total is $211.64.
211.64. Good.
And and then we need to update the sales tax payable
We need
of
to.
the liability.
Good, right? We need to collect the sales tax money. Here we are.
It's $68.50. So its total is 186.87.
186.87. Good.
Yep. And that is it for the first part.
Okay. Good.
Now we have to do the cost of goods sold and update the inventory.
Okay. So in this case, let's take a look at how much we use in the store, but there's still one more thing we have to do too before we do the inventory.
Oh, we need to update the deposit slip.
Yep, we need to go deposit the money into the bank. So in this case, right, from our in-store sales, how much money did we collect?
898.80.
Good. So today is the 19th. How much money are you going to be depositing in grand total, including the check that you received earlier today?
$1,008.33.
Good. And I put in the wrong box again. So again, this is deposit number 4. There you go, for $1,008.33. Okay, so this is true, right? Because again, you're not realistically not going to deposit every chance that you receive some kind of form of money. You will hold off at the end of the day and deposit at the end of every single day. Okay, because again, you're on your grand opening sales. Why would you run out in the middle of your sales just because you received a check, right? You definitely want to make sure that you're not over worked because it's your grand opening, and the people that are currently working on your floor isn't being, bombarded, right? So there you go. So let's go ahead and check out what was the total amount that I used for the in-stores use. In this case, I used 16 and a half pounds of regular coffee as well as 16 and a half pounds of regular Supreme coffee. Okay, so 16 and a half for both. Okay, so we're going to go to our inventory worksheet like we said. And let's start off with my regular coffee. So what's my current average cost per item?
At 1.609381.
Good. So what's my grand total cost of goods sold here?
$26.55.
$26.55. Good. You rounded up. Okay. So I no longer have 210 pounds left after using 16 and a half. How much should I have left?
193.5.
Okay. 193 and a half. Okay. If I started out with 337.97 and I sold or used $26.55 of the coffee, how much should I have remaining?
311.42.
Good. 311.42. Now, with that, it also has increased by 20 thousandth of a penny again, or in this case, 25 hundred thousandth of a penny. Okay, so that means we used 26 and 55 cents worth of regular coffee. What about the Supreme coffee? We also used 16 and a half pounds.
So it's still $1.80 per pound.
To what?
$1.80 per pound.
Good. So what is going to be my total cost of goods sold if I used 16 and a half pounds at $1.80?
$29.70.
$29.70. So again, I need to update my inventory because I no longer have 84 pounds because I just used 16 and a half. So how much should I have left of my first batch?
67.5.
Good. And again, to double check your math here, right? We're at 151.20 minus, we just sold $29.70. So you should have $121.50 left, though. That's correct. Okay. So a grand total of 192.5 pounds left at $350 even. Okay. All right, so we used up $29.70 of the Supreme coffee and $26.55 of the regular coffee. Okay, for the in-store sales. For in-store use. Okay. So I now need to go ahead and update my ledgers once again. So I'm at cost of goods sold for my regular coffee.
We used a 16.5 pounds
Okay,
for
good.
26.50. So
Okay,
now debit total is $90.83.
good. $90.83. Supreme coffee.
We used 16.5 pounds.
She's eating on the couch.
And it's $29.70. And then now the debit total is $103.78.
How much is it? You said $27.90, right? I mean 20
No,
20.
because I miscalculated that one previous, and then I didn't fix it on this one.
Okay.
No, you have it right.
Okay. Okay, so 103.50. And then where do we need to go next? Right here I am in my regular coffee account.
We used a 16.5 pounds.
We used 16.5 pounds. Oops.
And it's on page 8. And then it's credit over 26.55. And now grand total is 311.42.
314.42. Let's double check. Does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. Good. Last one, Supreme Coffee.
We used also 16.5 pounds. It's on page 8. And it's credit of $29.70.
Okay. Which should leave you with an even $350, which we know for sure is true. All right, awesome. Okay. So we are finally on the next day, okay, June 20th, Thursday, all right? And let's see what we have here. We end up delivering to the corner bookstore, right? End up delivering to the corner bookstore. So this is the details on the corner bookstore, right? We sold 10 pounds of regular coffee, 10 pounds of Supreme coffee. We sold 5 coffee mugs, and we charged them $30 with delivery fee. They paid the 50% COD, right, with the check number 784, okay, from the corner bookstore for $63.88. So now they owe $63.87. Okay. So in this case, right, we have a an identical transaction right here, right? Because we delivered to Katie's Coffee Corner with the same exact items and same exact charge. So I can also copy this over, but only thing I have to do here is change the description. So today is the 19, or sorry, 20. Okay. So in this case, how much of the money did I receive?
So we got paid $63.88.
Yes, and that's going to go to the checking account.
And $63.87 went on to the account receivable. And then for the credit, we have $32.90 for the ledger. Supreme is $39.90. And mug is $24.95, and then $30 free.
Okay, so I got $127.75 on the left, $127.75 on the right. So that is correct. No typos there. Okay. Only difference is now that I enter all of that information in, I just have to basically change the description. Right? So in this case, who did I deliver to? Invoice, what did I invoice them as?
It's 102.
Okay.
And then we got paid 50% COD with the check number 784.
What did you say? 874? 784.
Yes.
784.
And we need to update all those account on the general ledgers.
Okay.
So we start with assets and then checking.
For how much?
$63.88.
Okay. Giving you your account balance in your checking account to be $12.20.84. For how much does the quarter bookstore owe me?
$63.87.
Okay. Bringing your grand total of accounts receivable to be
$173.39.
good. Correct. Okay, so
And for the revenue,
mhm.
we have a coffee bean sale. Regular is $32.90, and then it's invoice 102. And then it's £10.
For $32.90.
Yes. And then now we have $82.25 in credit. And
PayPal's
that is also £10. It's on page 8, and then $39.90 for credit, and then total of $79.80 for credit.
You say 79.84?
No, it's 80.
Okay. Good. And the ceramic coffee mugs?
We sold 5 units on page 8. It's $24.95. And so we have $236.59 for total.
$236.59. Good.
we have another delivery income on invoice 102 on page 8 for $30, making the total $60.
Good.
And now we need to update the inventory in order to get the cost of goods sold and also update the inventory.
Before we go to the inventory, there's a lot of steps that we have to do. Okay, who did I deal with?
Oh, then before we move on to the different book, can we update the liabilities for the, wait. Oh,
Liabilities? What liabilities?
um, the account receivable.
Account receivable is not a liability.
Oh, I mean the assets.
Yes, I already did it.
Okay, sorry. My kids keep talking to me, so.
No worries. So we went through everything in the journal. We posted to the ledger, so we're completely done with our ledger.
So we need to update the customers.
We need to update the subsidiary ledger, right?
Yes, on the subsidiary ledger.
Good. So in this case, customers. Okay. Corner bookstore should be the last table on here. There's the corner bookstore. Okay. Today's the 20th. I keep putting the 19th, so I might have to fix a few of those transactions. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill out the customer's profile. So today's the 20th. What did we do? Let's see what you wrote.
Oh, I just copied Katie's order, so we don't have to type everything again.
Okay. Okay, so sales order number
102,
102.
and they only bought 10 pounds each of coffee, and then 5 mugs. And then check number is now 784. And the invoice number is 102. It's on the page 8. And then 50% COD, net 5. And due date is June 25. And sales is 127.75. And then payment is 63.88. And the balance is 63.87.
Good, right? That's exactly what is on the invoice. Okay. 6387. Okay, what else?
We ordered commission expense for Albert.
Okay, we'll do the commissions expense for Albert. Okay.
It's 620.
Mm-hmm.
The cornered bookstore. Invoice 102.
For
97.
how much?
Oh, so we including the delivery charge, so it's 127.75.
Yes. All right, so what's 40% of that?
$51.10.
Good.
And then his commission now is 138.72.
Good. So in this case, that's what I want you to do is I want you to add and accumulate. So that means every time he makes a sale, you know exactly how much money you're gonna compensate him for. Now you could do it that, or you could just simply just tally up the totals. You could just do that by tallying up your total for your 40%. But in this case, that's how I want you to do the last column is I want you to have a running balance so you know how much commissions that you owe him on the day that you need to pay him. Okay, so in this case, that's exactly what the last column does, is it tallies up the grand total amount that you owe him. So in this case, 138.72 is what I currently owe him. Okay. Okay. Since I'm here, let's go ahead and also do the sales order. Right? We delivered to the corner bookstore on June 20th, and we issued invoice number 102. Good. So we're pending one sales order. Okay. So now that we finished the journal, finished the ledger, finished the customer profile, commissions, and sales order, now there's one more thing that we need to do as well before we do the inventory. Okay, so what happens to the check? We need to hold on to the check. For $63.88. So we need to hold on to that check before we deposit it at the end of the 20th. So in this case, wow, we already reached the end of page 8. So therefore, let's go ahead and complete the update inventory for selling coffee to the corner bookstore. So in this case, we sold 10 pounds of the regular coffee and 10 pounds of the Supreme coffee. So inventory worksheet. Okay. Here we are on regular coffee. Today is the 20th. We sold 10 pounds at $1,609,406. So how much is the grand total for the cost of goods sold?
$60.09.
1609. 1609. So again, we just sold 10 pounds, so you should now have a remainder of
It's 183.5.
183.5 pounds left. Okay. If you have 311 and 42 cents, right, and you sold 16 and 9 cents, how much should you have left remaining?
295.33.
295.33, which should increase your average cost per item by 22,000. Okay. Okay. So again, you have 1609 for the regular coffee. What about the Supreme coffee?
It's still $1.80.
And right now, it's currently still $1.80 because we still have 67.5 pounds left remaining. So in this case, 10 times $1.80 will give you your $18. Okay, so let's update my inventory once again. 67.5 minus 10 will give you 57.5. Just to ensure your calculation is correct, so 121.50 minus 18 will still give you 103.50, so that's correct. Okay. So you have a remainder of 182.5 pounds at $332 even. Okay. So you got 18 on the Supreme, and you got 1609 for the regular. Okay, and of course you want to change your description here as well, that you actually end up selling to the corner bookstore. Invoice number 102. All right. Now in this case, we can be done with our journal number 8. Down below is a very small space to squeeze in any transaction. But the rule of thumb here is you would actually have to mark it. But in this case, I'm just going to let it go because there's only 3 lines. You could still technically put in a transaction in there, but like I said, it's not as obvious as it is if you were to do like 5 lines. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that page and move on to the next page. So let's go ahead and update our ledgers so we can move on to the next page. Okay. So cost of goods sold. Okay, how much for the regular coffee?
We sell 10 pounds and was 1609.
giving you a ending balance of 106.92. Right, you also sold 10 pounds. You can copy that from right above. Which cost you $18. So what's your grand total here in your Supreme Coffee? Cost of goods sold for Supreme Coffee.
$121.50.
$121.50. Welcome back. $121.50. Okay. And then, last but not least, we need to now update our inventory. Excuse me. Okay, here we are for regular coffee.
Sold 10 pounds. Page 8. 1609.
Okay, giving you $295.33. Let's just double check my inventory worksheet. $295.33. Yes. Right.
And Supreme. Sold 10 pounds. $18. Page 8. 268. Or 3. Yeah. I'm way off. Sorry, guys.
No worries. You just put it in the wrong box on the wrong column. So it's okay, Marcy. You don't have to. If your voice is not feeling too well, I don't want you to force yourself to lose it. So in this case, you're fine. Okay. So again, $332 is correct because if you remember right, if you started with 350 minus 18, you should get 332, right? We already verified that by looking at our inventory worksheet. So, like I've mentioned before, right? Since we reached the end of page 8 and there's a little space left over, in this case, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So, when we come across the journal where we have a big, huge gap, I do unfortunately need to show you what you have to do on Excel to block that part out so that no one can be able to put something in there. All right, it's a standard rule of procedures that you should do to prevent anybody from looking at your books and adding in a transaction secretly. Okay? So again, let's go ahead and since we finished our journal, we updated our inventory and we did everything for this transaction. We can go ahead and see what is next. Okay, so now that we got paid by the corner bookstore, let's see what happened here. We end up receiving more things from All Things Ceramic. So here we go. We have your terms here. You got your 80 ceramic coffee mugs, right, for $2.46, which is $196.80. You got some shipping charges for $100, and for a grand total of $296.80. Okay, no down payment required. So in this case, right, invoice number 159. How should we record this transaction? anybody. We just received our periodic ceramic coffee mugs. How do we record that we received our coffee mugs?
You got purchase expense, freight expense.
Okay. In this case, I am too lazy to find that, so let's go ahead and put it in there. Purchase expense and freight expense. All right, and how are we going to pay for it?
Accounts payable.
In this case, we are very low on money, so we are going to take every advantage of paying them later. In this case, they gave us 30 days, so we can take advantage of that. So let's take a look at what purchase expense account is. Purchase expense is account number 61,000. Okay. 61,000, 6,300. Oops. This is 20,000. Okay. So how much was the actual purchase expense itself?
196, 80,
196.80.
100 on the freight expense.
So that's going to give you your grand total of 296.80.
And then you would put in the note, all things ceramic. Invoice number 159. The terms are 1%, 15, net 30, something like that. I can't see it, so.
It's actually 10 net 30.
30.
No worries.
Okay, and then you would go to your general journal, or general ledger. And in expenses, you would find purchase expense. And it's page 9,
Yes, we are on a new page now.
196.80.
So you should have a current balance of $392.80.
And then freight expense.
Here we go. Wrong one, sorry, freight expense.
Let's see. I just put the invoice number on there.
That works too.
And 100. Okay,
Which will give you
200.
200.
And then to liabilities. Accounts payable. Invoice 159. Yeah, the 9th page and 296.80.
And that's going to increase your liabilities to a grand total of $16,384, excuse me, and 79 cents.
And then you would go to subsidiary ledger, to all things ceramic.
Okay.
Today's date, received 80 coffee mugs. didn't see a down payment on that. Did we do the down payment earlier?
Nope, no down payment for this one. So we can do that.
The invoice was $159, page 9, 110 net 30.
110 net 20. Let me confirm.
And so
Oh yeah, this one's net 30. Okay. So the first one's net 20. Second one is net 30. Okay, 1% if they paid within 10 days. If not, it is due in 30 days.
the discount date is the 30th of June. The due date is the 20th of July, 19th of July, 20th.
20th, yes.
And the invoice amount was $296.80.
And we owe it. So in this case, in grand total, I owe all things ceramics $492.80.
And then in the inventory, you need to add the 80 mugs to the inventory.
Yes, in this case, ceramic coffee mugs, we only insert things that we purchased in here. We don't calculate the cost of goods sold until later. So in this case, this is definitely something we need to put into our inventory. So we got 80 mugs at $2.46. $196.80 plus the $100 freight.
$296.80.
Okay. So for practice purposes only, if you want to, you're more than welcome to calculate the cost per item. It's not necessary because we are using weighted average, but in this case, you would get $3.71.
Oh, did we have a purchase order on that? Because we need to mark that it was received.
Awesome. Okay, good. So that's what we also have to do too, is to ensure that we received our order from All Things Ceramics. So here it is, All Things Ceramics, 80 coffee mugs for that $196.80. Today is the 20th.
And $159 was the invoice.
We received it with the invoice number 159.
That should have everything covered.
Yep, good. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and look what the next transaction is. I'll let you know if we can do it or not. Okay, you can go ahead and submit that, and then we'll save the grand opening for tomorrow because we're running out of time. So in this case, let's go ahead and do the Albert submit an order for Great Restaurant on June 20th. Okay, and then we'll stop here for the day. Okay, so in this case, let's see what Great Restaurant ordered from us. So this is sales order number 104. Great Restaurant wants 75 pounds of regular coffee and 70 pounds of Supreme coffee, and we just charged them a delivery fee, so they are going to owe us a grand total of $556.05. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that into our sales orders. Okay, so date, it's the 20th.
104.
104.
Great Restaurants.
Actually, it's just Great Restaurant, not plural. Okay, items that they're ordering from us. They're going to be ordering some regular coffee from us and some Supreme coffee, and we're going to charge them a delivery fee. Okay, they want 75 pounds of the regular coffee, while they want 70 pounds of the Supreme coffee. So let's go ahead and do our calculations here to ensure that this is correct, and tally up our totals. So they're going to owe $556.05, which is correct. That's exactly what we quoted them for. Okay? So again, since we kind of blazed through this, we're going to stop here for today. Again, that means tomorrow we'll go ahead and complete the grand opening sales for tomorrow, okay? So for any other questions in regards to this, stick around and ask them. If not,